everyone, welcome back to week 2 of the Christmas in July hop with left-handed crafter and myself and 11 other ladies that have joined us in the collaboration. I will leave their channel links in the description box so that you can head on over, check out what they have to offer, and also this is week 2, so you will be able to see what they shared last week as well. And please do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share with other crafters as well. And I hope that at least if you haven't started your Christmas projects, that that we've shared enough that you can start making a list of what you'd like to create for this holiday season. So today the theme is green. So what I've done is I've used touches of green, and since the thing now is traveler's notebook, what I've done is kind of like a traveler's notebook but on a single, very scaled down level, where you're only using one pamphlet with 12 pages, and if you use them front and back, then you will have 24 sides or 30 sides to decorate and journal and add pictures for your December to remember memory keeping journey. So what I've used is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and well, in the end this is what you're gonna have, right? But let's start off with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Now there's plenty of tutorials out there, but I'm going to show you how I put this together from beginning to end. So what you do is you fold your sheet of paper in a triangle form. Then you open it up and you turn it again in a triangle form. I didn't do that here, but what you want to be able to do is get a square. You want to get your center. So then you take every corner and you fold it towards the center, and you will have this. Now if you have directional paper, then you might want to be mindful of that. Okay, so I think I will have mine going this way. So then what you do is you take an 8.5 by 8.5 sheet of paper and you decorate and you glue it. Now follow me through all of this because I may not have all of the supplies that I need. So once you have that and you have it lined in the center, you can actually line it all of the sides, but I've just taken the 8.5 by 8.5 and just lined it in the center. And let me go back to this sheet. So then what you do is you take these corners from the top and the bottom and you cut them in towards the center of this 8.5 and 8.5 square. So you don't go all the way through, you just go enough to cut it to the center. Now there might be other ideas once you're going through this tutorial, and you might find it an easier way to do it. So please, by all means, do what makes it easier for you to create. And then when you fold it, and you just take a very small smidget of that piece off. And mind you, I don't have everything perfectly centered because I'm kind of rushing through this, but I wanted to share the process. So on the top and the bottom, I have something that looks like this on the top and on the bottom. Now mind you, mine is not lined, but you will line it, and then you will fold these corners in and glue them here. Turn it around and glue them here. Okay, you're going to put some glue here and paste that down. So that's where I am now with the one that I've already had made. Okay, and So now what you have is a slot. It could be a money holder, it could be a checklist holder, you know, whatever. But you cut enough paper to leave a slit here. I mean, to create a tuck spot here and another one here. Okay, this piece of paper is too big. So let me just cut it down. So on either side you'll have room to tuck. All right. And you know, you can decorate either side of the flaps as well. All right. So the next step is you put this in a laminator. Okay. This is what I have on the front. It's 8.5 by 8.5, and I have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Now what I will do, I already have my laminator burning, so I will slip this in here. And because I have room to add something else, I will go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's something that can serve as a bookmark and something that's pretty. So I will add this, maybe less. Because if you go to the edge, because you're going to have to do some cutting. So I have my cutter here, and I'm just going to very quickly chop off some paper. All right. Or, you know, you can add whatever you want, because I want to be able to maximize my entire laminated sheet pouch. All right. So also keep in mind that because you folded these, your laminating will be a little buckled, but it's not that noticeable. Let me show you the one that I've already done. And you see here, you're going to see your score lines here. That's something that can be covered with stickers or whatever. So I wouldn't, you know, be too concerned with that. And on this one, I use Velcro so that I can stick the flaps. And then I've added a little pouch here. I know I'm all over the place, but bear with me. And see, here I've added another little pouch. So that's an ideal as well. So let me get back to the project. But what I wanted to tell you is that you don't have to worry too much about the buckling. All right, so now I'm going to put this in my laminator, and I'll be right back. I'm not going to put it on pause. This is real time here. And I usually like to put it through my laminator twice, and it's a Scotch brand, and I have it on 5mm, so because it makes it a little stiffer. But if you like it to be the 3mm and you don't want to pass it through a second time, that's up to you as well. All right, and let me get my box cutter. And I might need some scissors. So here's the first pass, and as you can see, it is laminated. All right, and this part here is going to be a bookmarker on the right hand side. So I'm going to run it through the laminator once more, just for good measure. And you're going to need a hole punch or your big bite. I recently got one for my birthday, and I will be using that. Very, very nice tools to have. Okay, it's almost done here, and I wanted to show you what the next process is, because you're going to be punching some holes and cutting open the flaps. Okay, we're almost done here, and I want to share with you the score marks that it leaves behind. So here's what I was talking about. see all the folds and everything. So that's going to show up in your laminating, but you know, really that's not that critical to me. So then you're going to cut off that piece that you're going to use in some other project or bookmark or whatever. And then I'm going to cut just a little bit off of all my edges here so they won't be too sharp. Definitely you can fast forward this if you already have the gist of what I'm going to do. But I just wanted, because I don't do a lot of talking videos and tutorials lately, so I just wanted to come on and chit chat with you just a little bit. So then what you do here is you cut off this part. Okay. You can leave the flap definitely, but you want to cut a pocket if you want to do it like I did it. Alright, so you have a pocket here. Where's some paper? So I can slip this through. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Let's see. Gotta dig a little deeper. Alright, here we go. And then the other side, mind you gotta pay close attention if you're using directional paper. Alright, so then I have another pocket here. And at this point you can close it up and you're done. But of course, I am not done. Because as I was doing this, I said, well, how about if I take this pocket off, this flap off, and convert it into a closure, right? Okay, so let's say I took this off, put my money in here. I can close this and make a flap, right? And as this grows, I'll have room. I have room to grow as my journaling pages are filled in. So then the other thing is you could take the other flap off. And it gives you more space for writing. So then I have these two flaps open. You know, like an envelope, secret tuck spot here. So then what I will do is punch some holes and thread some elastic. So I'm going to punch 2 holes at the bottom. So I can thread my elastic through and then flip it over 2 more holes. And then the hole in the center for your elastic. And I'm using 1/8 of an inch on the big bites because I don't want the holes to be that big. Alright, so then I take some elastic and I'm using a 2mm, and I will attempt to thread this through from the front to the back to the inside. And this elastic might be a little bit too short, but you all get the gist. Make it long enough for you to fit what you need, because it's going to get chunky. Alright, so let me take this off camera, feed this through, and tie it. Okay. So yeah, I did it really short. So you get the idea though. Because this thing is going to grow and you don't want it to cave in on the outer portion. So let me try this again. Just it's not really that much. All right. This is not going to work today. Aren't you having fun watching me tie this knot? All right, so I think we got it. Okay, then I'm going to take a little bit more and thread the top and the bottom of the rest of the journal. So okay, so I'm going to start at the bottom, go to the top, then go to the bottom again, and then feed it to the bottom, and then you just tie it off. I don't like to waste elastic, but gosh, I'll fix this later. So then I take my signatures. I have 12 pages. Feed this through. You're gonna cut it like 8 1/4 and 8 1/4. And these inserts so that you have enough room to close it. See, I should have cut it a little bit more so that it doesn't have this overhang, but you all get the idea. And I think it's because, let's see, did I feed this wrong? Yeah, that's what it is. I didn't do this part right. Because what you want is to have, I'll show you. You want your elastics, if it's bottom to bottom and top to top, you don't want bottom top, bottom top. Okay, so it's going to be right this time. So see, you want your two top pieces to be at the top and then the inside. So then it makes it easier for this to be threaded in. And I still have that, but you know what? I'm on camera. I got to show you something that you may have not known how to do. So that is that. And then if you want, you can use this flap on the bottom, on the back, and then close it like a little envelope. So I think that's pretty cute. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.